Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Munatira Jai Vishnupad Paramsa Paribrajacharya Vastatrasata Srimadesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Namacharya Dasakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kundada Kundagiri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mayapanavdev Dham ki Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki Ganga Mai ki Yamuna Mai ki Tulsi Maharani ki Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution Program ki Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita Marathon ki Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari Lalita Vishaka ki Shri Shri Sitaram Shanman ki Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki Ananda Koti Vaishnava ki all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru Yama. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 8, text number 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanyagamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Partanu Chintayan Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanyagamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Partanu Chintayan Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanyagamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Partanu Chintayan.
अभ्यास योग युक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन् अभ्यास योग युक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्
अभ्यास योग युक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं यति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्
बोलो
अभ्यास योग युक्तेन
चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन् अभ्यास योग युक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. He who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Partha, is sure to reach me. In this verse, Lord Krishna stresses the importance of remembering him. One's memory of Krishna is revived by chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. By this practice of chanting and hearing the sound vibration, one's ear, tongue and mind are engaged. The mystic meditation is very easy to practice. And it helps one attain the Supreme Lord, Purusham. Supreme Lord. Purusham means enjoyer. Although living entities belong to the marginal energy of the Supreme Lord, they are in material contamination. They think themselves enjoyers, but they are not the Supreme Enjoyer. Here it is clearly stated that the Supreme Enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his different manifestations and plenary expansions as Narayana, Vasudeva, etc. The devotee can constantly think of the object of worship, the Supreme Lord, in any one of his features, Narayana, Krishna, Rama, etc., by chanting Hare Krishna. This practice will purify him, and at the end of his life, due to his constant chanting, he will be transferred to the kingdom of God. Yoga practice is meditation on the Supreme Super Soul within. Similarly, by chanting Hare Krishna, one fixes his mind always on the Supreme Lord. The mind is fickle and therefore it is necessary to engage the mind by force to think of Krishna. One example often given is that of the caterpillar that thinks of becoming a butterfly and so is transformed into butterfly in the same life. Similarly, if we constantly think of Krishna, it is certain that at the end of our lives, we shall have the same bodily constitution as Krishna. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadayana
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Samadhanam Savanam Samanam Sanivam Sarvaritam Sarvabhutam Pajanasaitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Bhavanam Sarvana Lalita Shri Vishakhanam Sarvasya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Taptakanchana Gaurami Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusite Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Vipa Sindhubhyarevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, last week last week we were learning Mahabharat. What is the Pandavas? They were they came back to Hastinapur after the death of Pandu Maharaj. Then we heard how they were studying under Krupacharya, right? Krupacharya, and Bhima was poisoned by Duryodhana. And हम एक सोचते हैं और कुछ होता है, right? He tried to harm Bhimsen, but he became more stronger and came back, right? That's why they say you cannot put good man down. ऐसा बोलते हैं, इंग्लिश में saying है, you cannot put good man down. We must understand Pandavas are Daivamsha Sambhuta, means because they were born with the amshas of devatas, they don't have Akala Mrityu, right? Akala Mrityu means untimely death. It's not as per karma also, untimely death. You know, when does untimely death comes?
When we do bad karma.
Bad karma means this, as per karma it comes. Untimely death, you know, means आयु कम हो जाता है suddenly, like Hiranyakashipu. What did Hiranyakashipu do? So in Bhagavatam, I think 5th chapter or 7th chapter, it is given, when somebody offends a great Mahat, great Vaishnava, great personality, his आयु कम हो जाता है. You know, all his punya karma, all his austerities, all his punyas, everything becomes null and void. You know, such people, they meet with untimely death. You know, all these accidents and all, they are, you know, untimely deaths. So, meanwhile, we have heard also Dronacharya. He is the son of Bharadwaj Muni. So Bharadwaj Muni, after seeing some Apsara or something like that, he, you know, released his tejas, and then it was kept in a pot. Drona means pot, matki. It's like, you know, test tube baby. And then out of that pot, you know, Dronacharya was born. He is a very great personality. And then we heard also he was married to Krupacharya's sister, Krupi. So they got a son. You know, when that son was born, he made noises like a horse. Heckling बोलते हैं, horse का क्या बोलते हैं? Heckling. What does horse do? It makes sound, no? It's called heckling. Huh? Yeah?
N-E-I-G-H. N-E-I-G-H.
नहीं. So that is why his name was given as Ashwathama. Right? Ashwathama. Ashwathama, very dangerous personality. You know, Rudramsha Sambhuta. It means he is little bit born with Rudra. Rudra's amsha, you know, anger, and all that. You know, anger. Dangerous personality. So, So when Dronacharya was, he was very poverty stricken. When his son was playing with his boys, the boys were drinking milk. So this Ashwatthama did not know what is milk. He asked, "What are you drinking?" They said, "We are drinking milk." So they heckled him. So bullying, always, it is always there, bullying. I saw one picture on Twitter. I don't know how they will become doctors later on. Such cruel people. They were doing ragging. So one boy, he was celebrating birthday. Medical boy, medical student, hostel. So his friends, they were putting ice water on him. They stripped him and they were putting ice water on him. That is their birthday celebration. It's called bullying, So they bullied him. And then Ashwatthama came back running. Said, "I want to drink milk." They didn't have a milk. So his mother, she took some atta and then she mixed water and then filtered it, and then she was saying, "This is milk," like that. So he's worried. Poverty is not good. What to do? If somebody is not a pure devotee, then poverty troubles him. So one day, Pandavas, they were and Kauravas, they were all playing near the house of Rupacharya. So they're playing ball. So that ball fell in a well, very deep well. They didn't know how to retrieve that ball. Then, that time Dronacharya was passing by. So they asked him, Dronacharya asked, "What is your problem?" He said, "Aisa aisa problem hai." So Dronacharya expressed surprise that your Kauravas and Pandavas, you did not know such a small thing. You cannot take out the ball. So he asked Yudhishthira, "Suppose if I take out that ball, what will you give me?" Then Yudhishthira said, "We will speak to our grandfather and reward you." Okay, then. So Dronacharya took out his ring and threw it in the well. He took some darba grass, pieces of darba grass, and chanted some mantra and then threw it. And then he picked it up. And then again he chanted mantra and he took it out. And Arjuna and all, they were shocked. Kya vidya hai, magic. Then they requested, "Please teach us all these things." Then Dronacharya said, "Go and tell your grandfather, Bhishma. What should we tell? Who are you?" Then Dronacharya said, "Narrate the entire incident. He will understand. Whatever I have." Because he only can do entire, and he is his god brother also. Parshuram, Bhishmadev and Dronacharya, both of them, they learnt Astra Vidya from Parshuram. So Bhishmadev, when he heard this, immediately understood, "Oh, this is my god brother Dronacharya." So he came running and he was appointed as principal of the Gurukul for Astra Vidya, Shastra Vidya and all that. So they were all learning You know, so people used to blame Dronacharya that he is Arjuna Pakshapati. He favors, you know, he favors. Like in our school also, teachers, they favor one student, right? And others, they become upset, like that. So, the acharyas, they say, Guru is never partial. But once Prabhupada was walking in Canada or somewhere in America, in a park, morning walk. So he got some prasad. So he was throwing, you know, some ducks, you know, they were trying to receive that prasad, some channa or something. So he was giving more prasadam to particular ducks. You know? Then he asked Prabhupada, why are you doing that? Because these ducks, they are showing more enthusiasm and jumping higher to receive prasad. In the same way, the spiritual master favors those disciples who show more enthusiasm to learn. Right? We see once Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he was on a tour, Vrindavan Yatra. They announced that today is the last day of Guru Maharaj staying Vrindavan. There are two programs. One is Seshasai temple is there in Vrindavan. Darshan, Seshasai temple darshan is there. Number two, Guru Maharaj is giving a talk on Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. They can choose. You want to go Seshasai temple darshan or you want to hear. If such a choice is there, how many of you will go to Seshasai temple darshan? Please raise your hand. Huh?
After hearing the statement now.
Then, so many of the devotees, they went for Seshasai darshan. Few students have stayed back, and one of them was Srila Prabhupada, Abhay Babu at that time. You know, so he was hearing. So Srila Prabhupada later on commented, what would I do later on also? I can take darshan, but Guru Maharaj is going, so I thought I would listen to what his talks. But my Guru Maharaj, you know, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta wrote Brahma Samhita. When the disciples of Prabhupada read, it is such a high English, British English, you know, Queen's language. So Tamal Krishna, they said, Prabhupada, shall we edit? No, leave it. If you read Brahma Samhita, you won't understand anything. Very high English. कभी किसी ने पढ़ा? कभी देखा वो किताब आप लोग? Yeah. So Prabhupada said, leave it. They will understand the greatness of my Guru Maharaj. You know, his English. My father always used to say, learn English, learn English. You know, in Telugu, in Andhra, you know, like in India, South Indians are very good in English. So my father used to teach me, you know, vocabulary, how to learn the words. You know, he used to teach me Ren and Martin grammar, English. You have heard? Yes. Ren and Martin, very famous. So that's what my father, you know, taught me, how to learn the words, meanings. You know, write down the words. You know, put it on a piece of paper, and then when you are waiting or walking, learn those words. Then yaad ho jayega. Right? I was having a lot of inferiority complex because my accent and all, South Indian accent and all. One day, I gave a lecture in St. Louis Temple in America. Sunday lecture I gave. Later on, one American lady, she came and told that you speak very good English. I said, wow. I didn't know that actually. Anyway, my Guru Maharaj, whatever you would speak, I will understand only 60%. But I said, I will hear. Then Prabhupada later on commented that Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, my Guru Maharaj, was very pleased that I stayed back. Later on, when he was introduced in 1930 in Allahabad for initiation, I know him. I know him. He wants to hear. I marked him. Yeah? Bhaktisiddhanta said, I marked him. He wants to hear. Then Prabhupada said, Bhaktisiddhanta, he said, those who hear, they can speak. That's why Srila Prabhupada, expert speaker. Yeah. Nowadays, so many of them, Indians, foreigners, they preach in America and all. Nobody is becoming a devotee. Prabhupada said, don't preach to Hindus in America. They are all hodgepodge. They only came for earning money. America, beggars. Now they only preach to Indians, Hindus. All money. They cannot preach to Americans, because they have no capacity. So, what I am saying, Dronacharya was very, very favorable to Arjuna. You know why? Because Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. That's why I read that verse. He was doing always Abhyas. Everybody, even the great sages also, one thing they have problem. You know what? Everybody in India especially. Congress is destroyed because of that nowadays. Sonia Gandhi. You know what? Huh? Sonia Gandhi has one problem. Huh? Putra Moha. Buddhu ko Prime Minister banana chahti hai. Poor fellow, he was very happy going to Bangkok. Here and there. उसको समय मिला तो बैंकॉक चला जाता है. Unnecessarily dragging him, to politics, and he can't even speak properly. इतना बुद्धू था. I saw in Twitter, he was giving a speech in Maharashtra somewhere, and then he put a board. एक है तो safe है, एक है तो safe है. Anyway, so Dronacharya also had same problem. क्या है? पुत्र मोह. Right? Because of that only he died. Dronacharya had to die because of putra moha. So he was teaching extra astras and shastras to Ashwatthama. You know why? How? He gave narrow-throated pots to all the other students. And then he gave a broad-throated pot to Ashwatthama. He would say, all of you go and bring water from river Yamuna. They would go and fill the water, and it's because of narrow throat, it take time. And this fellow Ashwatthama had broad throated. He would just, dip it and then bring the water and then very fast. During that time, he would teach some extra lessons to Ashwatthama. This Arjuna has observed. What did Arjuna do? He was using Varunastra and filling up the water and bringing the water. Then along with Ashwatthama, he was also there. Then he had to teach both Ashwatthama and Arjuna. One day in the night time, once Dronacharya, he got up, maybe piss up करके रात को उसको नींद खुल गया तो he was shocked to see Arjuna practicing. Arjuna practicing. Have you heard this slogan? A champion.
Always keep practicing.
Huh?
Always keeps practicing.
आप लोग कुछ नहीं जानते हैं ना material knowledge ना spiritual knowledge. A champion runs an extra mile. You not heard? Huh? Hello? Yeah. This is a saying, proverb. He is not like others. Right? He puts more effort. I don't want to boast, but there was some competition in my school with one girl. Then the teachers always used to favor her. That's why she used to come first. Then I said, okay, in the board exam, I will come first. Then in the 10th standard, I was very fond of watching movies. So many movies I used to watch. Then in the whole of 10th standard, I did not watch movie. There was a farewell party. So in the farewell party, I took my notes and I was reading. Some everybody was laughing at me. Hey, kya hai, drama kar raha hai, show off, right? But I came school first. 10th standard. Like that. So you have to put an extra, You should not be like, you cannot be watching movies, you cannot go with girlfriends, then you cannot play, then expect to be first, number one, right? You have to sacrifice all these things. Right? So Arjuna sacrificed his sleep and he was practicing. Then Dronacharya was greatly pleased. Wow, and asked. Vidyarthi aisa to aisa. If a student has to be like that. So I will request all of you, you cannot remain an ordinary person and expect to become, Krishna conscious or attain Krishna Prem. You have to put extra. You have to run an extra mile. Right? That is very important. Chant more rounds. Read more. Practice. Learn verses. Always Krishna conscious. This is what we learn from Arjuna. Arjuna is our guru. Right? Prabhupada, Wednesday lecture I was quoting Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, Arjuna, he was a perfect disciple. Those who want to understand Bhagavad Gita, they should walk in the footsteps of Arjuna and learn Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is the perfect master. So, a combination is a great knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah? So Prabhupada said, we all should follow in the footsteps of Arjuna and become a perfect disciple. Right? Very great personality. The number 2 hero. Number 1 hero is? Mahabharat? Number 1 hero is? Krishna. So number 2 is? Narayana. Right? Narayana. So You want to hear in detail or should I go fast? हाँ? बहुत ही स्लो हो गया हम. हाँ? हाँ?
कहाँ जाना है?
वो भी है. So, Dronacharya, when Arjuna was eating, he would put up the lamp in the night time. You know? Then he made Arjuna practice to eat in the night time without light. You know, exact, you know, where is the sabji, where is the chutney, where is the dal. You know, sharpness. You know, sharpness. Like that, you know, he trained Arjuna like that. One day, Dronacharya, he put a what you call monthly exam. क्या बोलते? Unit test. Right? Unit test. He put one bird on the tree, on the branch of a tree. He called everybody. He gave a Dhanush and Baan. He called everybody. He called Yudhishthir. So he put one bird on the tree. You know, he has to pierce the eye of the bird. You know, eye of the bird. So Dronacharya, Yudhishthir came. You know, he put the arrow on the Dhanush, on the arrow, bow. Then he stretched. So that time Dronacharya asked, Yudhishthir, what all you are seeing? Guru Maharaj, I am seeing the tree, I am seeing the Akash, I am seeing the branch, I am seeing the bird, I am seeing the eye. Dronacharya said, you are unfit, get lost. Everybody, what are you seeing? Seeing the Akash, seeing the you, seeing everybody, seeing failed. Then Arjuna came. What's Arjun? What all you are seeing? Are you seeing the tree? No, Guru Maharaj. Are you seeing the Akash? No, Guru Maharaj. Are you seeing the branch? No, Guru Maharaj. Are you seeing the leaves? No, Guru Maharaj. Are you seeing the bird? No, Guru Maharaj. What are you seeing? I am seeing only. You can hit. So Arjuna, he said, Sabash. Then he took a vow. Dronacharya took a vow that Prayatishye tatha kartum yatha nanyo dhanurdaraha tvatsamo bhavita loke satyametat bravimite. This is my Satya Shapadam. My Shapat le raha hu. I am taking a vow. Satya Vak. My dear Arjuna, there will be nobody like you, bowman, in the whole world. Right? There will be nobody superior to you in the archery, Dhanurvidya. So you will be known as Sarva Sreshta Dhanurdhar. Right? Sarva Sreshta Dhanurdhar. So that is why he did not teach Brahmastra even to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He did not even teach fully even to Ashwathama Brahmastra. He did not teach to Bhimsen. He did not teach to anybody. But he taught to Arjuna. All the Astras and Shastras. Because
To go out to
Huh?
because he took the vow that Arjuna, no one can be superior to Arjuna.
No, because Arjuna
He wanted to learn.
huh? One-mindedness.
Dedication.
One-mindedness. Ekamatya. Ordinary people, there's so many people, they practice Krishna consciousness, right? But Jayananda Prabhu became perfect. In 11 years. Many people, they ask, how many lifetimes it will take, how much time it will take. For Jayananda Prabhu, it took 11 years. Not even 11 years, 10 years. Then Prabhupada gave him a certificate that he has gone back to Godhead. Right? How? Because constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness. Ekamatya, one-mindedness. Right? Once they all went to the forest for hunting. All these boys. And then Arjuna saw a very shocking thing. He saw a dog, and I think there are 7 or 8 arrows. They were released, and then they were stuck in the mouth of a dog. And the dog is suffering. So Arjuna asked, who has done this to you? Right? Then the dog took all the Arjuna and others to a place where somebody by name Ekalavya, he was learning Dhanurvidya. Then they saw Dronacharya's Pratima in the field where he is learning. And Arjuna was amazed. How can he do that? Without killing a dog, release the arrows. So, there are many anti-Brahmin people, anti-Vedic. They keep on criticizing about this. How many of then Dronacharya, then Arjuna went and questioned his Guru Maharaj, Dronacharya, that Guru Maharaj, you have promised that I will be known as Sarvashresth Dhanurdhar. I'll be the number one in archery expertise. How come you taught this man such high level precision archery, Dhanurvidya? Dronacharya was surprised. Who is that? So then everybody, they all took Dronacharya. Then he was shocked. Dronacharya was shocked that he saw this boy Ekalavya. He was worshipping Dronacharya. He kept his statue, Pratima, and then he was worshipping Dronacharya and learning on his own. Then he became very expert. Then it so happened that Ekalavya came. He was actually Nishad Raj, Hiranyadhanush. He was actually Boya, means Attavik, Adivasi. So their profession is catching the birds and then hunting and killing the animals, and then selling the skins of these animals and all that. Very low class profession, Adivasi, Girijan bolte hain, Nishad Raj, like that. So Dronacharya asked Ekalavya, you have learnt, you accept me as my spiritual master? Then what about giving Guru Dakshina? So, Guru Maharaj, what you want? please ask. So without hesitation, Dronacharya asked, give me your thumb. That is the main. Without even hesitating, without arguing, you are doing atyachar, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, all that stuff. Scheduled tribe universe immediately took a small churi, small knife and cut his finger and gave. Dronacharya, he was actually shocked for his Guru Bhakti. So you can actually discuss 5 minutes or 2 minutes amongst yourself. Is Dronacharya justified in asking that Guru Dakshina? You can discuss amongst yourself for 2-3 minutes and come with an answer. If is he right? If he is right, why? If he is not right, then why? You should tell. Your time starts. Over. आप लोग डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे, करो। आप दोनों डिस्कस करो। Okay? Who will bell the cat first?
Dronacharya was right in asking for this Ekalavya, because he wanted to protect Arjuna. He had promised him that he would be the best archer.
Did he do injustice to Ekalavya?
Justice to Ekalavya. I wouldn't know. It was biased. I don't think so. He was when he's with Arjuna, when he sided Arjuna, he's doing the right thing. That's what I think.
हाँ.
So, I feel that Dronacharya was not wrong because, first of all, above everything else, this is Krishna's plan. So,
ओके, कृष्णा आया किधर? अभी तक
yeah, but
एंट्री नहीं हुआ.
so there's a plan somehow. So he's behind everything. Besides, he was
Yeah, you are correct. I will tell you. There is a story.
and he was not qualified to compete with Arjuna. And also, it would, if Ekalavya would compete with Arjuna and win, then he would be above Arjuna and he would also be. Maybe he could rule the kingdom, which is not correct because he's not meant to.
वेरी गुड. हस्बैंड से बेटर हो गया आप.
उनके छाया में
हाँ? आजकल एक नया जोक है. आप भगवान को देखा?
भगवान को देखा है वास्तव
हैं?
में।
देखा? कितने साल हो गए आपका शादी हो?
Only 27.
27 इयर्स. पति भगवान के समान है कि नहीं? हाँ?
उनके थ्रू ही देखा है।
ऐसे नया जोक आया है. एक लेडीज पूछ रही थी, भगवान आपका दर्शन कब मिलेगा? फिर भगवान ने बोला, आपका शादी हो गया? हाँ, 10 साल हो गया. अब पति को भगवान मानती हो? एनीवे, वेरी गुड. हाँ, आप बोलो. हाँ? एनीवन एल्स? हाँ?
You should not have. I am contrary. You should not have done injustice to Eklavya.
You should not have done.
The reason why, when someone is worshipping you and is becoming an expert, how can you snatch his main weapon? Whatever might be the reason, he was devoted to Hastinapur, so no competition should come from.
What do you say?
He was correct, but if Ekalavya would become better than Arjuna, then his vow would prove wrong, and because then also it was needed for him to ask for his mother, otherwise he would have become superior.
How come this Ekalavya, that activity is saw by Arjuna, not by Dronacharya?
They happened to see the dog, the dog. At the time, Dronacharya was not there. आप बोलेंगे?
अर्जुन जो थे उनके पास काफी धनुर्धर थे और द्रोणाचार्य जी को एकलव्य जी को आगे नहीं बढ़ाना था, इसलिए उन्होंने गुरुदक्षिणा में भी उनकी मांगी करण गए कारण अर्जुन पुढे होऊन देशाचा राजा होणार होता आणि ते दोघा
काय म्हणतास? मराठी माहित नाही. मराठी माहिती नाही.
Coming from the heart, Prabhuji.
काय म्हणतोस? काय? Come on, I don't expect from you this.
Majority says.
Majority can be fools, Yeah. What do you say?
Justice नहीं होता.
See, this is, always remember, the people, they judge Bhagavan Ramchandra's behavior or even Arjuna's behavior, Dronacharya's behavior as per present social norms, but always remember, you know, during those times, social norms are different. Their constitution is different. Their laws are different. So don't apply. You know, many people they criticize, oh, Krishna married so many wives. But actually, only in 1947, the bigamy was banned in India. But otherwise, in India also, people are marrying 3 wives, 10 wives. Bigamy is not banned. It is allowed as per Vedas, like that. There are many things. So always remember, you know, during Dronacharya's time, they were following Varnashram system perfectly. Right? Perfectly. So what Mataji told, it's correct, because he is not qualified. He is born in a Adivasi family. Just like when Dronacharya saw this, you know, the way he misused his Dhanurvidya for harming a dog, you know, innocent dog, then said, this fellow should not have this knowledge. Just like terrorists should not have the knowledge of how to make bombs. You know, because the Google, it is easily available. They are searching in Google and they are you know, how to make bombs, and they are misusing the knowledge. So when Dronacharya saw, you know, just like it is mentioned that a woman and a Sudra, they should not chant Gayatri Mantra. Somebody may challenge, now, you know, they are playing record, you know, Gayatri Mantra, you know, but it's an offense actually. Without getting initiation from a spiritual master, one should not hear Gayatri Mantra. If you hear Gayatri Mantra without taking initiation from a bona fide spiritual master, you will not get benefit, but you will be punished. That is Vedic law. You know, you cannot question. So Ekalavya, he belonged to a lower category person who is not eligible, because, you know, there are 2 sections of Astra Vidya. You know, one is Dhanurvidya, one is Astra, another is Shastra. You know, now, you know, taking a bow and arrow and practicing and aiming and sharp, you know, that is Shastra Vidya. Then another is Astra Vidya. For Astra Vidya, you have to chant mantra. You know, for that you have to take bath 3 times and you know, practice mantra, control your mind. So Arjuna was very expert. So like according to the capability of ability to practice brahmacharya, you know, accordingly they are great heroes. You know, because Arjuna was a great brahmachari. He was able to remember all the mantras and practice, chant. When you are releasing an arrow, you must chant that mantra perfectly, so that you know you can actually release that arrow. So everybody is not eligible to chant mantras. So Ekalavya is not eligible to chant mantra. So Ekalavya came initially to Dronacharya to learn. When Dronacharya came to know, he belonged to a tribal family. He refused to teach him because he is not eligible to learn those mantras. You know, Astra Vidya. Shastra Vidya he was able to learn. That is why when he saw that this kind of Vidya in the hands of an unqualified person will be very harmful. That is where Dronacharya felt that he should not be allowed to practice like this. It's very dangerous for the society. That's why he cut off the finger. That is for the welfare of the entire society. He has taken Arjuna. He has given a word to Arjuna. It's a secondary thing. They don't act on such lines. Like Prabhupada described Dronacharya as Mahatma because Drishtadyumna came, and then everybody knew that Drupad Maharaj did a yajna to get a son, who can kill Dronacharya. Dronacharya also knows that this boy was born to kill me. But still, he came to Dronacharya and then he taught him. He is Mahatma. Prabhupada said he is a Mahatma. That is why, Brahmana, like that. Like she said, very good thing, that Krishna's arrangement is there. So later on, Krishna told Arjuna, Yudhishthira Maharaj, that these three people, if they had been present, you would not have won the war. That is why before the war only we neutralized. I had to neutralize. One was Jarasandha, and the second one was Shishupala. Third one is Ekalavya. Ekalavya, if he had been allowed to practice and then become a hero like that, then it would have been dangerous for the entire world, because you would, like she said, you would have become king. A tribal becoming a king, they had to stop it. Right? Lord Ramchandra, he saw one Sudra doing tapasya without permission of the spiritual master. He cut off his head. It's not allowed. So what he has done is cheating. Without the permission of Dronacharya, he made his pratima and then like that. So I hope you understand, and then you will not say this again. Somebody like Bharti also, that it is injustice. No injustice is done. Right? It is for the welfare of society. So in the world there is so many Ekalavya lovers, but we must praise Ekalavya for his Shraddha, Ekagrata, Dridhanishchay. These three qualities he had shown. Later on, Dronacharya taught him, Ekalavya. He also felt bad that he had to do that. Then he taught him. He was pleased with Ekalavya. Then he taught him how to release an arrow with other fingers. Then he taught him. Then he fought in the Kurukshetra war. Ekalavya fought in the Kurukshetra war. Huh? Duryodhana? Huh?
What words did you use to remember Ekalavya?
Or Shubhangi Mataji sent a message. Dronacharya is right. Knowledge should be given to only the qualified person, otherwise there are chances of misuse. And using the highest Dhanurvidya to shut the mouth of a dog shows the disqualification of Ekalavya. Very good. This is a very good point. They say, a small bird, क्या बोलते हैं, क्या आवाज करता रहता है, small bird. What you call in Hindi? चिड़िया, स्पैरो बोलते हैं. चिड़िया के ऊपर ब्रह्मास्त्र यूज करे, क्या जरूरत है, एक पत्थर से मार सकता है. राइट, पत्थर से मार सकता है. Why he has to use such a high level Dhanurvidya to harm a dog? It's very dangerous. Just like terrorists having, these people are saying, just imagine some madman become a president of Pakistan, and then he just, उसका, क्या बोलते हैं, अत्ता माजी सटक ले, and then release the bomb. Release the bomb. क्या होगा, bomb में सब खत्म हो जाएगा. Right? So that's why Prabhupada has protested, dangerous, these atomic weapons. Just fall into the hands of mad people. Some American, just like Trump also, he's a, आधा पागल, right? What the way he talks.
Prabhuji, what words did you use to glorify Ekalavya for, to remember it for?
One-mindedness.
Ekagrata. So Krishna told this. Jarasandha Chedirajaha Naishadischa Mahabala Yadiche Nahata Purvam Idanim tu Bhayankaraha. Bhayankar. Krishna used it. If I have not killed them, if they had supported Duryodhan, it would have been Bhayankar. You know what is Bhayankar? Dangerous. Right? It would have been dangerous. So, what she said is correct. Krishna's hand is there. Krishna only inspired Dronacharya to ask. So what? Krishna cannot be wrong, right? Say once Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Vidhi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. अभी 1 लाख रुपए कलेक्शन किया विद्यादान विदाउट द हेल्प ऑफ हर हस्बैंड. हाँ 1 लाख हो गया. आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू फॉलो हर इन फुटस्टेप्स. कलेक्ट सम. यू भगवद गीता स्पॉन्सर करो आप लोग. वी आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग भगवद गीता इन कुंभ मेला फॉर ए चीपर प्राइस. Our Bharati Mataji 108 Gitas, right? Our Omkar gave 100 English Gitas. Our Srinath Krishna Prabhu sponsoring 10 lakh rupees. That means around 4,000 Gitas. कितना? 10 lakhs means? हिंदी है तो कितना?
Something less than 5,000.
5,000, yeah, 5,000 Gitas. So somebody can match with him, maybe Pooja Agarwal and all. It is Ada. So by the mercy of Krishna, we are doing well. I already finished my quota, then I am doing extra. Okay, thank you. Sunday, please come. Hare Krishna.
Let's thank Prabhuji by saying
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So I haven't done it without him, nothing.